If you're closing next month and just found out there's a sidewalk lien on your property, you don't have time to figure this out the slow way. Because at this point, speed is the only thing that matters. This is where most homeowners panic. Everything is already in motion. Buyer is ready, closing date is set, and now there's a problem nobody planned for. A sidewalk lien shows up, and suddenly your deal is at risk of being delayed, or worse, falling apart completely. What is a sidewalk lien? A sidewalk lien is a claim the city puts on your property when sidewalk issues weren't fixed or built properly, and it has to be addressed before closing, or accounted for in the deal before anything can move forward. If you're up against a deadline right now and not sure what scenario you're in, send me the property address using the link in the description below. I'll take a look and tell you exactly what you're dealing with and what your fastest option is. I've been handling sidewalk liens and NYC DOT issues for over 21 years. And I can tell you, when you're this close to closing, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right thing fast enough to keep the deal alive. In some cases, the lien can be cleared relatively quickly. If it's tied to missing paperwork or an old violation that's already been corrected, we can move fast. Coordinate a permit of record from DOT, initiate an expedited inspection, and get it cleared in time for your closing. But in other cases, full removal isn't realistic before closing. Now the strategy changes. Instead of trying to completely remove the lien, you may need to structure the deal differently, like holding funds in escrow or providing documentation to satisfy the buyer's attorney. I've even issued letters to closing attorneys confirming my company's commitment to remove the sidewalk lien from property records. This allows the deal to move forward without waiting for the full process to finish. And then you have the situations where nothing can be addressed yet. Repairs haven't been done, permits haven't been filed, and there's no clear path forward. That's where delays become almost unavoidable if you don't act immediately. So here's the reality. When you're this close to closing, you don't always have the luxury of going through the full process the right way. You need the fastest path that gets the deal across the finish line. Sometimes that means clearing it, sometimes that means working around it. But either way, the strategy has to match your timeline, not the textbook process. The biggest mistake I see, people freeze, they panic, they wait, or they try to figure it out on their own. Meanwhile, the closing date doesn't move. And every day that passes puts more pressure on the deal. So here's what you need to do. First, find out exactly what you're dealing with. Not guesses, not assumptions, real answers. Second, figure out what can realistically be done before closing. And third, choose the fastest path that keeps the deal moving forward. That might mean clearing it quickly, structuring escrow, or putting the right documentation in place to satisfy the buyer. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is closing. If you're closing soon and this just came up, don't wait. Send me your address using the link below. I'll review it and tell you exactly what your fastest option is so you can keep your deal on track. Because at this stage, it's not just about removing the lien. It's about making sure you actually make it to the closing table.